Let's wrap up Chronic Inflammation Awareness Month by talking about a topic I get asked a lot about. Shelley, how do you plan anti-inflammatory meals? By keeping it simple and without overthinking it too much. Okay, let's dive in to healthy meal planning. First of all, I do not meal plan like a robot. We do not in this household make matching containers, chicken, broccoli, rice, stick them in the fridge, eat them 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. That is not my style. It's not sustainable. If you like to eat the same thing every day, go for it. I don't. I like flavor. I like variety. My schedule is still flexible. I don't know what I'm doing from one day to the next, so I have to make it fit my lifestyle. The robotic meal prepping is not my jam. Instead, I use something that I like to call the real life reset meal planning system. Pick a few simple meals that you can make on repeat and just rinse and repeat. So maybe it's one meal a week that you know you love that you can make by memory and it lasts all week. I like those kinds of meal prep ideas. Here's how I do it. Typically for a meal, I make 1 to 2 recipes on repeat, weekly or monthly. These are recipes that I don't need a recipe for at this point because I make them so much, they're easy and they're versatile. We can take it, we can reheat it, and eat it as a leftover for lunch. If you don't have a recipe like that in your repertoire, I would definitely look at my video that I posted on Tuesday that is a cauliflower rice taco skillet. It is easy, it is anti-inflammatory, and it's great leftover. I call this cook once, eat twice or thrice. Step 2, I make like simple recipes on repeat with a little tweaking. For example, if I have a really good go-to chicken salad recipe that I made last week, next week, maybe I'll just make it with salmon. Salmon from the can to keep it simple. And then I'll change up the herbs to make it match the salmon profile. Instead of using parsley in my chicken salad, I'll use all the same ingredients, but over here, I'll use dill with the salmon and lemon. Do you get it? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel and do brand new recipes every week. Just change a core ingredient, maybe a spice or 2 or an herb to fit the profile. That way it's in your head. If you're making it on repeat, rinse and repeat, and you're not having to reinvent the wheel every single week. Number 3, always have at least one grab and go option. Whether you work outside of your home or you're busy running errands, maybe you're chasing around your grandchildren at their soccer games and stuff, always have at least one grab and go recipe. A really good example, fall in love with mason jar salads. You can make them 4 or 5 days in advance and store them in the fridge. That's just one of many examples, but I like to keep one grab and go recipe in my fridge at all times. Why is this important? I want to adhere to an anti-inflammatory diet, and if I'm on the run, I know that I can make something that I trust that's already made that's going to fuel my body with anti-inflammatory ingredients, rather than driving through a drive-through or getting takeout. If this feels like a breath of fresh air and you want to keep learning with me and get inspiration, I would love for you to join my online community called the Healthy Hub. The link to join is in the description below. Fun group. Think of it like a social group, but it's off social media. We talk recipes. We talk weekly wins. There are so many wonderful things about this community. My favorite thing about it, it's a community with like-minded people that all want to adhere and live an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. You know, our health ebbs and flows. Our motivation ebbs and flows. And when we are not in the flow state, it's really good to lean on others. And you will get just that in the Healthy Hub. So be sure to click the link below. Also, by the way, subscribe to my YouTube channel so these videos can come to you every single week. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm so glad if you watched the whole series for Chronic Inflammation Awareness Month. Let's spread the word. This, my friends, is a movement. All right, I gotta go, but I have one question before I do. What is on your fork? See you later.